So dear friends, now I am going to explain the important concepts of control systems. Okay. Control systems. To in complete examination point of view. Okay. In control system, the main important the main important uh, the main important parameter or the main important parameter, or you can say topic, starts from feedback. Okay, feedback. Okay, means what is a feedback? What is a feedback? Then important of feedback. Importance of feedback, and then types of feedback, and then okay, so these are the basic important thing that depends on control system. Okay, now let us see any control system. Okay, any control system can be represented by as follows. Now basically in examination point of view, so there is a system. This is called system. For this system we have some input as well as we have output. Okay, in control system point of view, this input is called as small r of t. Similarly, the output is called as small c of t, and the system is called, okay, the system, the gain of the system is represented as g of s. Okay, in general, in control system point of view, this is the gain. What is g of s? This is the gain of the system. This is called gain of the system. This is called r of t is input, and as well as c of t is your output. And most of the time this r of t can be represented as r of s. Okay, you can say r of s, and similarly this is called, or you can, okay, and this is C of S, because uh, S is nothing but, here the S is nothing but the frequency domain. T is the time domain. Let us see here, R of T is a time domain input, whereas R of S, where R of S, simply you can write small, no problem, but R to S domain, this is time domain. T stands for time domain, S stands for frequency domain. Okay, frequency domain. Frequency domain means R of S is nothing but the Laplace transformation of R of T. Your R of S is nothing but Laplace transformation of R of T. Okay, if you apply the Laplace transformation to your R of T, then that is called R of S, your R of S. Similarly here also, your C of S, similarly your C of S is equal to Laplace transformation of C of T. Okay, so Laplace transformation of C of T is equal to C of S. Therefore, in order to, now this is the system, basically this is some system and it has some input R of T, and the C of R of S is the Laplace transformation of your input, whereas this is the corresponding output. This is called, because in which for any input, whatever the input you apply here, this system produces the corresponding output. Okay, this is called a system in which now you don't have any feedback there. Feedback is nothing but the part of output can be fed to the input like this. Part of the output can be fed to the input like this, in order to have the proper, in order to have the feedback and in order to have the corresponding output. Okay, so here as we don't have any feedback, this is called a open loop control system. This is called an open loop control system. Okay, this is called a open loop control system. In this case, I will explain you. Let's see, one more slide I will show it for you. So I will draw once again for you. See, this is what your system, this is what your system, here this is what your R of T, this is what your C of T, this is what your gain of the system, G of S, or I am writing it as R of S in terms of C of S. From this you can write the output C of S is equal to the formula between output, gain and input is equal to, there is formula, output is equal to gain, okay, gain into input. Okay, this is your formula. C of S is equal to output. C of S is nothing but your output. Output is equal to gain into input, means this implies output C of S is equal to gain is nothing but your G of S. What is input? R of S. From this, gain G of S is equal to, how you will write? G of S, I want expression for G of S. Then take this R of S to this left side. Then as it is multiplied here, it goes in division form, means C of S by R of S. This is your gain. This is your gain, C of S by R of S, output by input. Therefore, gain is equal to C of S by R of S. This is also called as result transfer function. This is called C of S by R of S is called transfer function. Okay, transfer function T is also called as transfer function. Okay, I will stop here, and in next class I will write down what are the expression for what are the types of feedback, and means basically we have two types of feedback. One is positive type feedback, second is the negative feedback. With positive feedback, how the gain is going to be changed. With the negative feedback, how the feedback is going to change. I will explain in the next class. Thank you.